Growing up fast was something the Pistons' second-round pick in '86 knew plenty about.
Well, me and my mother didn't really have the greatest relationship. She never even came close to saying, "I love you." She couldn't show love because all she knew was abuse. I seen my mother being beaten. I seen my mother being dragged across the front lawn, and this guy was trying to run over with a lawnmower. We saw it so much, we were so used to it. She would come home mad sometime, and then if we do anything wrong, she would really just, she would really try to whoop our ass. It's very easy. So, we didn't understand why, but it's like, okay, you know what? Whatever, man. There was no direction for me. As far as what I want to do in life, well, I had nothing.
When he finished high school, Dennis Rodman went to work as an airport janitor in Dallas. And then he grew 7 inches.
I played basketball like 8, 9 hours a day. All day long, man. All day long. Didn't know what the hell I was doing. I was just playing.
Being 6'7" was enough to get on the team at Southeastern Oklahoma State, an NAIA school. Rodman was a 22-year-old freshman.
It's like it just came natural to me when I got tall. It just came, all at once.
In college, in front of like 2,000 people. Every time I do anything, I do like this. I was just so happy just to be there. People would get pissed, like, I'm not trying to show you off. I'm just so happy, so excited. My life was changing.
When Dennis came in, it was a second-round pick, okay, big deal. But there was definitely something special about him. He had a gear of speed that nobody's ever seen before in the NBA.
Rodman celebrating as he does, fists in the air.
He played basketball like he was trying to get away from something that he never wanted to go back to. He rebounded with a ferocity that just didn't make any sense.
Rodman pulls it down. On the floor, the hook stripped by Henderson. Off to Barkley. Charles Barkley with the drive against a triple team. Blocked. Look at Rodman. Where did he come from? Rodman blocked it out of bounds. Holy cow. How about this?
All I want to do is go out there and make people happy and just have a good time. I didn't know anything but playing basketball. I didn't know anything about life.
Imagine this. I was the crazy one with Dennis Rodman. And he was the quiet, sane, demure, great little kid that everyone loved.
He was really lucky to have Chuck as his coach because he encouraged him to be who he was. A lot of people wanted to tame him down. He's wild, he's this, he's that. And Chuck said, let him go.
Rodman's a free spirit. Doesn't know anything except playing hard. I hope no one ever tells him.
My father looked upon him as someone that he could sort of put his arm around, and their relationship and their bond just grew from there.
He used to tell me all the time, Dennis, I love you so much because you just, he said you're just so full of life.
Chuck Daly might have become the father Rodman never had, but to everyone else,
Dantley didn't like the fact that Rodman was taking away his minutes.
We had this emerging star, Dennis Rodman, and Chuck wanted him on the floor in the fourth quarter because he stopped people.
Dantley is on the bench, no longer the big cheese.
And now the target was James Worthy.
Now here we have one of the great offensive players in this league going against the toughest defensive guy.
Dennis was the best athlete I've ever played against. And to make things worse, he knew how to get in your head.
By yourself, Warren, by yourself!
Dennis would squeeze your butt. And for 3 quarters, you'd be looking at this guy like, what's wrong with him?
Yeah, I think Rick Mahorn taught me that one.
Yo, next time down, Warren, you take Worthy, you take Worthy.
After Rodman guarded Worthy in Detroit's Game 3 win, in Game 4, the master took his turn as the Pistons went for the sweep. As the 1989-90 season began, the loss of Rick Mahorn wasn't easy to shake. Opponents were pushing back more than ever, and the team looked out of sorts.
Ladies and gentlemen, these are the world champions.
And it was Mark Aguirre who figured out what to change.
I remember Mark saying, I'm asking Chuck to take me out of the starting lineup. And so I asked him, I said, what, you punking out? What, you can't take it?
Dennis was very unique because of his defensive ability and his rebound ability. And I could not be the one that held something that unique down. The problem was convincing Dennis.
When he first came over, I was shocked. I was so used to being the sixth man.
All right, listen. You want Mark in this situation? No! Timeout situation. Worm, take it in.
I don't think he knew exactly what he was.
My role was being the dirty work man, and people in Detroit loved that because it wasn't about trying to score and be flashy. Whatever I can do for this team and for this city, I'm doing it.
He said he would only start if we said it was okay. And the change was made.
Put home by Rodman. Shot blocked by Rodman, and the crowd roars.
When Dennis Rodman was inserted into the starting lineup, all of a sudden, boom, you let the jack-in-the-box out of the box.
Rodman has been a sensational rebounding and defensive star for Detroit's victories.
If I can go out there and break an arm to help this team win, hey, I'm going to do it.
We needed some life, and Dennis was perfect timing.
I don't know if there's anyone more active in the game.
The Pistons won 25 of their first 26 games with their new starting lineup to finish on top of the Eastern Conference again. They were the NBA's top defensive team, and Dennis Rodman was voted Defensive Player of the Year. He'd come a long way from mopping floors in an airport.
I was so happy to win that award because I was like, oh my God, I knew what it meant to work hard and get the satisfaction that people actually appreciated it.
I don't know. We have a lot of valuable players. I don't know if we have a more valuable player than Dennis Rodman.
They could have gave me a lollipop for the award. I didn't care. I just said, oh my God, dude, I won something in the NBA. I wanted this one so bad.
Okay, all right. Let's go.
It was just so overwhelming, the fact that I said, wow. It's just, and I owe it all to my teammates, pretty much. To Chuck, or to everybody in that organization, everybody.
We were the closest thing to family and structure that he had. That type of warmth, that type of family unit that we had was ideal for him in a time that he really needed it.
Okay, relax.
The Pistons might have been looking a little more sentimental in 1990. But when another matchup with the Bulls in the conference finals approached,